Okay, I'm going to show you how to put the roses onto a rail board by Unique in the Creek. Just one board. You can take two of these and put them side by side. I did one bouquet where I angled it. I attached another board to the side, like right in here. I just kind of overlaid and attached it with zip ties right through here, and made it longer and a little wider, kind of just to give it a little, to change things up. But usually just one rail board. And I wanted to go ahead and show you how I like to do my leaves. This is poly burlap, cut at 10 by 10. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to go take the curl side up with my finished edges right and left. I'm going to go right here. And I'm going to make a Gerber or Gerbera petal. I like to use these as my leaves because they don't show any fraying. I'm going to mash that down. And then I'm going to take this, I'm going to stretch this. Again, poly burlap stretches really well. And that's what I like to make my leaves from. I'm going to go ahead and pull this down like this. And hold that there. Take this corner and pull it down. And I kind of overlap it a little because I like to have this point here. And pull that down. And go right about, let's see, 2-3 inches up. And pinch it. And I use, most of the time, a 4-inch zip tie, small zip ties, instead of rubber bands, because it's easier on my hands. Anyway. And we're going to cut that and trim off the excess mesh. And you can use these leaves this way with the fold side up. See, again, you don't have raw edges showing. But I usually use this side. I just like the way that it looks. And when I'm doing my bouquets, I usually put the leaves on first. So I will go usually like right in here on row 2 or B. Is it row B? Or maybe I have it upside down. Here it is. I've got it upside down. Row B, and put that right there. You could start up here if you want to make your wreath taller. I'm going to go ahead and start right here on row B and put a zip tie in. Excuse me. And just put my leaf in. Maybe angle it a little bit. Cut that. And now I'm going to take a rosebud that I had made previously. And notice it's got all this fat stuff down here. I've zip tied around. I had the rubber bands. I showed you that in a previous video. And I think I want my rosebud to kind of go sit like right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I think I said this in one video that that you didn't have to put a zip tie around that fat part of your rose. But I really spoke too soon. I really like to do that just to hold it in place better. But you're going to, I'm going to zip tie that down like that. And you've got this wire down here. I also will zip tie that in place. Like that. And you could hot glue also if you wanted to, as well as zip tie. Okay. Now, the thing about that wire being in your rosebud, I can take this now and I can put my hand under it like this and bend it up. And see how it stands out like that? Can you see that? Look how it pulls up. And when you're holding your wreath up against the door, it'll look like that. when you're holding it flat. I wouldn't want it that exaggerated, but you can, because of that wire inside that rosebud, you can bend it and twist it like this and over this way and up and all over the place. I've got several rosebuds made. Let's put another one on the board. And let's see. I think I would want, let's put it up here. This, well, if we put it right there, that's not, I'm going to go up here. I like to do things not even. That's not the word I want. Let's see. Here's what my rosebud looks like. I think I want this to come out a little bit more, so I'm going to give it a tug and spread this out a little bit. And I want this part in front. I do. Okay, I'm going to put it right there. And there's my zip tie holding it with my wire. I'm going to go around it. And here's my wire. I'm going to come down here with another zip tie and zip tie that to the board. And again, many times I will add a little hot glue down in here too with this wire, like a little dab right here at the zip tie where it meets with the wire and the board. And again, I can bend this up now because of that wire in there and twist it and do all kinds of stuff with it because of that wire. Now, I would want another leaf in here. Another leaf that I like to do is just nothing more than a Star Trek petal. And I would, you know, it would be kind of cool to stick it. You know, I could put it down in here, like right in there, going that way. Here's a different petal. This is the one that Michelle Redding made just yesterday. Today's the 16th of March, 2024, and a Saturday, and she had Flower Friday, and she made this petal. And anyway, this is what it looks like. This is poly burlap, and you could use either side, but what I would do is I would take and I would put it probably right here, but you've still got this. What are you going to do with that, Laura? Well, I think I'm going to make another Gerbera. I think that's how you say it. I'm not real sure. I'm going to take this and make another one of those petals. And when you're doing a bouquet of flowers, roses or a mixture, whatever, you want to, I don't plan it out. I just start putting things on the board and adding and taking away to get the desired effect. It's an artistic thing, I guess. So I can't go on the back of a rail board and show you, you know, put your zip ties here, 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 and here. That's just not, I don't know how to do that. When you're doing a sunflower, a big flower, or even the rose, you can do that. But when you're doing a design where you've got flowers all over your board, there's just no way that you can plan where to put your zip ties. You just have to decide as you go. Okay, you want something there, so I could put my zip tie right on top of this one, and it would cover up. See how it would cover that up? So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go right over here and cover this. Go right back in the same place and stick my little leaf in there. I'm going to do it this way, about right there. Okay. I'm going to pull this one out since it's just, but this will give you an idea of how you can place it. Now, if you've made a daffodil like this one, You might want to do an arrangement of other flowers besides roses. So let's say you want to stick it somewhere down in here because we've got a yellow rose up here. We want to balance it. Let's put this one way down here. Well, let's go right here. Now on this one has the grid behind it. So I'm going to go in a grid, making sure that the flat side of my zip tie is where I can, zip it up. I'm gonna go down one hole, up the other hole, and then through the grid again. Let's see, where am I? There we are. I'm gonna go right in here. Can you see that? Right in here. And put this in. Now, with this particular flower, oh, see, it twisted on me. Hang on. There we go. There. I'm going to go up through here and then up through my grid. I'm just going to go right there. Well, y'all, here we go. It's going to hang off your board. You want that. You don't want your flowers to go straight on your board when you're doing a bouquet. At least with a mixture of flowers. Maybe with roses it's okay, but if you're using other flower styles like a daffodil or a daisy or something, you want them to angle off. Okay, and then I could take my Star Trek petal and I could put it underneath here, like right here. There's 2 holes there, so why don't we just do that? I'm not going to finish this wreath. But I'm hoping I'm giving you some ideas. Actually, I think what I'm going to do, can you see this? I'm going to go through here, see this grid right here? To help hold that in place, I'm going to go through that grid, might as well. And then up in the back. Here we go. Here we go. And now I can stick my leaf in going any which way I want. I could go the other way. Let's see what that would look like. No, I'm going to go this way. There we go. My camera went off for a minute. So we can put this right here. There we go. And that will help cover that up. Again, we've got some stuff showing here. We'll take care of that with other flowers. I have some pink tulips that I made with just, you can see it's the pink trimmed mesh that I've used. I've also got a purple one. I've got a white, well actually it's a pale pink because I used white poly burlap and with pink, this color pink in it to get this color. And I could stick this rose maybe going right in here somewhere. And my stems are going to come off here too. So anyway, but I think that I will put like a tulip right here, a pink one going this direction. So I would take a zip tie, go right in here. And if you have your flowers made ahead of time, you can zip right through these. Stick a tulip in there. And let's put in a purple one. This one's with fabric mesh. Let's go ahead and work with it a little bit. We'll stick it right here. One thing about putting your tulips on, when you put them on the board, you want to have, you know, where you can see. You don't want to put it like this, where you just have this flat. You want to have where your two petals meet showing, so that it looks like a tulip. And you can use either side of this particular one. It looks okay. Let's pull this down some. Go out like that. Okay, and we could start sticking other leaves in here, or sorry, I wasn't prepared. I also will use silk flowers to fill in. This is a daisy from Temu, and you can just start poking it in. That's the best way I know how to say it, just to poke. I'm going to cut some of this off, this length. And what I do is I start placing my added pieces that aren't mesh, and don't glue them in yet. I just kind of start putting them in. And then when I get everything situated the way I want, then I go back and hot glue. I'm going to stick this little thistle over this way, like that. And again, nothing is staying in here right now. Okay. And I have cut an old wreath apart and gotten these little sprigs of fern, and I really enjoyed using them because they add some character to it. Just and let's just show you. I just kind of stick them until I hot glue, of course. Just start placing stuff like that. I've got some in this bag. I've got some forsythia branches. I might want to stick maybe something over in here. Some more yellow this way. I have pink daisy. Again, this is from Temu, and when some of the daisies that you buy, they come like this with a bag over the bloom. Really nice. I'm very, very happy with my florals. I buy all my florals off Temu. And this is a pink daisy, and we might want it to go right in here, somewhere in there. And it's on a wire, so I can bend it. And I would wire that on and glue it. Here's some more thistle. This one happens to be pink. And let's see, where could we put it? I'm just playing right now. You could stick it right in there, maybe down in here, like that. Right there, that'd be pretty. Okay, just to give you an idea of what you can do with silk, pieces of silk, and a combination of your deco mesh flowers. Here's some left over from a peony. I could put those in there if I wanted to. And you just build your wreath. You just build and build and build. And keep adding leaves and flowers until you fill it up. And then when you get to the bottom and you want to add stems, take you a piece of mesh. Again, I see people using regular deco mesh for their leaves and their stems, and it's great. I personally don't like the shininess of it, so I just go ahead and I buy poly burlap in different greens. I'm going to make a stem, I'm going to take this. I've got my finished edges on the sides, right and left again, and curl side up. And I am going to take it, and I'm going to turn it into a diamond like this. I can't get this all in the camera here. And I'm going to stretch it. I'm just pulling this end and pulling it like this. And see how it curls up like that? All right. That's what I want. I'm going to take this now, and I'm going to just roll it to the other end. And the whole time I'm pulling and stretching and pulling and stretching. And I'm trying to hopefully end where those corners make little points for my stems. I'm going to pull this, and you would take a little hot glue probably and put on there to help hold it in place. And when you get like this, all right, see what I mean? I want it to be pointy, like this. This is starting to fray a little bit, even though I would burn this. This one looks much better, this end. See how that does? Okay, and then you would take it and fold it. And I don't even do mine even. I do them uneven, like that. And you can take it and you can rubber band it together if you want to, or just go ahead and put it directly on your board with the zip tie. I'm going to go down here to the very bottom. This is where you get the length on your rail boards with your bouquets. Go down here and zip tie it in place. And I can tell you right now, I'll have to go back and fix this one anyway, because it's fraying so bad. Zip tie that on there. And I usually count my flowers. And if I have 6 flowers by doggy, I'm going to have 6 stems going down. So you'll do your stems, and then if you want to put a bow, I had several bows left over from projects that I wasn't happy with the bow. And so here's one. It didn't go with look right with the arrangement that I had done, so I pulled it off and I saved it. But you could take your bow and put it down here like that. And this one would probably look better on here. It's a little big. It needs to be fluffed out, but they give you an idea. Oh, I like this polka dot. Polka dots are in style. Just fluff it out a little bit. And you would, I take a zip tie and run it through. You can see how I do mine. My bows. I just fluffed that, and now I'm mashing it down. Real smart. Okay. There it is. Run that through. And now I'm just going to go. And I could go through this bottom hole here, or I can go ahead and go up one. And I think I will. Go in, down that way. And up. The back. There it is. And it flipped on me. There we go. And I just zip tied on. Whoops, it did flip. There we go. Y'all don't have this much trouble, do you? Ah! Well, is that gonna zip tie? I mean zip? Nope. Okay. try this again. I'll get it. How in the world? Hang on, I'm just gonna do this again. I'm gonna come up right here. I'm gonna go through my bow right here with my zip tie, and this won't go through that hole. I'm gonna just zip it on the back, y'all, just because I want to get this done. Okay, we'll zip it on the back. There we go. And then fix your bow. And fix your tails. But you can get you get the idea. And I'll go back and I'll finish this one. Kind of like that navy blue bow. It really pops against this yellow right here. And I kind of like it sideways like that too. There'll be more stems coming out right here. I'll have more leaves over here and probably one up here to balance this big one. And probably more thistles or something with more streamers like this, leaves coming out on the sides like this to give it some personality. Let me take my camera off the holder and hold it up a little bit so you can see. Okay, but that's how you put your roses on the board. They're gonna look kind of funky at first, but you end up covering stuff up with leaves and additional pieces. Don't be afraid to just, I mean, look at that. That's just little pieces, and I'm just gonna put them in there, and when I get them right, then I'll hot glue them down. But that's how I do my bouquets, and that's how I put my roses on the board. I hope that helps, and if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section for me, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Thank you again. Have a great day. Bye.